Hello, my marvellous sausages. Well, we had another trailer drop rather unexpectedly yesterday, although someone did mention it in chat on stream before it happened, so cheers, Steve, thanks for that. But anyway, this is a really cool trailer, and I thought I'd love to go through it a little bit so we can have a good old look and see, well, what's in store and what we can unpack from it. So here I am. I thought I'd do this from the comfort of my edit suite. Yes, you're looking at DaVinci Resolve here. So what we're going to do is we're going to go through it full screen, and we'll stop and start and just talk about the bits that we've got coming that are of interest. What do you reckon, eh? Right, so you might hear the old clackety-clickety of my old keys here, but let's go full screen. Here we go, and let's see what we've got. I have watched it a few times, of course. Right, so let's get going with it then. Let me just start it there. So first of all, hello, Ghostly. Let's just stop it there. We can see tendrils coming down from the sky. Does that look like a bottom of a planet to you? And then we've got the poppings of what could possibly be futuristic anti-aircraft fire. We've got ships moving through really quickly, and we can see pyramid ships there, look, in the top right of the screen. Beautiful looking city, kind of reminiscent of Final Fantasy VII's Midgard a little bit as well. But of course, we've got Blade Runner in there and all the beautiful light stuff coming up from the middle. Could be the live stream even. Anyway, let's carry on.
But we were the last ones left.
Now this I like. Sorry, I gotta stop this here. This I like. Look, it's the cracking of the glass. Are we finally going through the looking glass? I do like that. It's like a facade being shattered. Right, okay, I'm going to tell you my theories about that as we're going, if I remember. Right, next shot, before we carry on. Look, we've got lots happening here. You can see there's a load of Vex down in the front there, and they're all shooting a Guardian who's zipping off on the Sparrow, and in the top right-hand corner, we can see the Pyramid Fleet again, and a rather large protrusion there as well. And then down in the bottom right-hand corner, we can see more Vex and more Hydra. I think Vex are going to be a big part of this story. Right, let's keep on going. Right, we just got Threshers landing here, and the nice thing that I did notice here is you can see the the panel there on the left hand side of the screen. That is identical to Bray Tech on Europa. So is Bray related to this in some way? I made a rhyme then. I mean, I don't know, but there's definitely Bray Tech here on Neomuna. So let's keep on going. Yes, nice Threshers again there. And here we go, we've got Guardians landing in. Lots of interesting things in this shot. First of all, we can see some weapons. We've got the Warlock there holding the Quicksilver Storm, and he's blindfolded too. I think that's a thematic thing. Trust your instincts, trust your feelings, your eyes can deceive you sort of thing. But aside from that, we've got so many bullets and guns and knives in this. It's absolutely great. I mean, look at the Titan. He's hilarious. He's like Chewbacca on steroids. And the Hunter's all sort of lean and lithe and look at the knives. And the Warlock just looks like a walking chemical laboratory. And then we've got some kind of hand cannon that the Titan's holding, and then I think the Hunter is holding some kind of SMG. But there's also something to look at here. Can you see the yellow little sparkly bits around the place there? We see these quite a lot through the trailer, so they're obviously important. And then we've got another cut. Here we are. First of all, we can see more of the sparkly yellow things there as well, which is cool. And then we've got two Cloud Striders. So we've got the kind of, seems to be an elder type fellow there who's just appeared in on the side. Let's go back to him there. Nice lightning strike there. And then we've got that one we've seen before as well, kind of like a warrior, I'd have said. Maybe sort of, if the old guy is like a general, I'd say the young one is probably like a captain or commander or something like that. And look at the size of them. They're bigger sitting down than we are standing up, which is quite funny. Plus, I also love the Cloud Strider in the middle, the way he's got his legs crossed, which is great. Do enjoy that. Nice lightning strike.
I hope we can find.
Very cool looking, very cool looking. We don't see much, but look, the ear is cast metal. So they're definitely, I don't know, is that armor or are they cyborgish at all? I don't know. And that blade on the back is excellent. Look, it's a smiley face on the side. Right, there's Calus with a massive bucket on his head as well, which is totally fantastic. And we can see these little things flying through the sky too, constantly. Can you see them, the red and blue flashes? They're obviously important. That's a massive Calus, yes.
Enemies.
We have more Threshers, more Neomuna. You can see why they call it Neomuna. That looks like some kind of massive turbine on the top there. Yeah, let's have a look. Cabal coming in, landing in, which is nice. And then we can see here as well, we've got more pyramid fleets. There's that large thing again, which of course we know is Calus's massive ship. And it seems to have smashed in part of the city there too. And that is Neomuna, isn't it? Yes, okay. And this is great. Here we have the new, well, are they ghosts? I don't know. Because we know the Exo Stranger, or Elsie, does have one of those flapping around her. That was in the Beyond Light trailer, I believe. So we do know, is it a ghost though, or not? Maybe it is a ghost. We don't know. Perhaps they're a technological version of the ghost that doesn't use the light. And maybe they're a ghost created with something to do with Strand. Because I think Strand is really, really important. And I don't just mean as a subclass. I think it's really important to the story. Because I remember reading, I think it was Joe Blackburn, or was it somebody on one of the Vidocs? Strand connects everything behind the scenes. See, if you see what I mean? It's like, I know you got subspace in Star Trek or dark matter. Well, Strand is kind of the equivalent to that. So maybe these are the wires connecting everything, including the wires that connect the light and the darkness. And finally, with Strand, we're going to open up the box and get to fiddle with the guts of the universe to try and sort it out. Well, anyway, maybe these are kind of ghosts to do with that. Who knows? I'm just guessing as I'm going. But I quite like that idea. Yes. Okay.
Defend Neomuna and its people.
Because it seems, if we just go back to that, it seems quite spiritual, doesn't it? Look, he's got the incense burning, and we've got a nice Zito shot there, if you're not too sure what that means. You can see the way the background's pulling away. A Zito shot is a zoom-in, track-out. Spielberg used it in Jaws to great effect when Brody's watching that boy being attacked in the ocean. Well, anyway, and then we've got some jump cuts as well, which are quite nice. So it's a Zito jump cut. Bum, 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 bum. That's quite cool. Yeah, so more of a spiritual edge this time. Definitely a spiritual edge that we have not had in Destiny before at all. Right, let's carry on. Sorry, I'm enjoying jabbering. We got Sparrow going off. Nice little part of the trailer, this, because it's going to show us the various parts of Neomuna that we can sort of, well, putter around in, really. So look, we got nice plants, and there's a lot going on in the sky there, and those light tendrils coming off that skyscraper, very interesting. And I must admit, I also love their street lights. Let's stop that there. That is basically from, well, it's Darkness Tech, isn't it? That we can see in the Preservation mission, for example, and on various other Darkness-related missions on the Throne World. So we know it's invading here quite extensively. Nothing much here, but what we've got a grid up there. Now, to me, that looks like some kind of shield. So maybe part of the city is shielded from the attack to keep it safe, perhaps. Who knows? Then, right. This is interesting because all the interesting stuff here is happening on the left-hand side of the screen. We can see we've got those, like, pots there. I don't know if it zooms in any closer. No, it doesn't. Let's go back a bit. So you can see those pots there. That kind of looks like where the glacial starwort or starwort was kept on Europa. So they're preservation pots. But if we look even closer, we can see more of those sparkly yellow dudes there. But we can actually see that they're figures now. So we know that they are something. They're a figure. There's some kind of presence. Is it a transmission? Are they something to do with the 9? Who knows? But is that an Osiris-looking thing there? Look, you can see there's definitely, like, the children of Osiris, or the disciples of Osiris, the children of Osiris, kind of look to it. And that's definitely an Osiris eye there as well. And we do know that Osiris is a big part of this story, so perhaps this is his camp here on Neomuna, and the figures he are talking to are just kind of communications. Who knows? Let's find out. Well, we won't actually find out. Another nice one. Yes, that just looks very, very pretty indeed. Not much we can say about that. We can just see some, what have we got here? Well, nothing much really. Just look at the ambiance. Very nice indeed. And the next thing we're looking at is a Cloud Strider absolutely sorting out some Vex. And apparently one of them's got a big tyre in them as well, look. Chortle, chortle. No, only joking. If we go back here, what I like about this is that, watch now. She smiles, and then she's got like that sort of targeting lock in her eyes, or information that's being downloaded, because it disappears, look, when she blinks, and then it comes back on again, and she's relishing smashing those Vex into oblivion. And I quite like the last thing you see is the Vex head coming down at you. Isn't that good? Okay, cool. Next, Calus and his massive visage towering over us. Now this doesn't look like Neomuna, this looks like it's on his ship. His new ship of some description. And listen to what he says here as well. Is this menagerie sounding to you? Are we ready? After his laugh.
Oh, is that you, my tenacious little guardian? So good of you to be tonight's entertainment.
Right, I'm going to stop that there and go back. He says, so good of you to be tonight's entertainment. Well, we kind of know that the menagerie was a gladiatorial kind of thing. And this is very menagerie looking. There he is. Look, his massive visage there, standing there. So it does look a lot like the Leviathan, but then again, it would do because they're Cabal, I suppose. But it's interesting, isn't it? Yes. And here we've got pyramid tech, and we can see those naked, greasy Cabal people who try to chop our heads off in Season of the Haunted and insert axes in us, frozen in, well, looks like amber, really, but you know what I mean, that usual kind of thing, which is pretty cool. This looks like some kind of secret. It's just got a presage vibe to it, to me. Maybe it's, we've got a really nice, cool, exotic mission in it as well. I'm completely guessing here, but doesn't it look like it? Very Alien-inspired, that as well. Of course it is. It's always inspired by the good stuff. We do seem to have some kind of command center here. We're on board Calus's ship, or something similar to it. We can see explodey barrels, so it could well be that we have some kind of scrap here. And we can see some large Cabal threshers out the window there as well. Very good, very good. Another interesting thing I want to stop and look at. Look, we've got a massive new turret there that we haven't seen before. Can we man it? Look, it's shooting stuff out, but this is Neomuna turrets, I'd have said, isn't it? Yes. And then we can also see, I've got a good look at what's he called? Calus's Cabal here. They look pretty mean. Royal Navy kind of ones they look. Yes, excellent. Good, good. More Neomuna stuff. Let's go back to that. There's something going on there. We've got some kind of strand thing going on there as well. And lots of Cabal convening around. And we've got two kind of automated turrets as well. They Neomuna kind of turrets. Haven't seen them before. We've got our... Ooh, we've got lots of war beasts coming in here and general stuff. They can't afford palm trees in Neomuna, so they have holograms of them there on the top right. Look, that's really cool. Let's keep on going through this. And here we go. We are touching strand, not cloth. This is a very, very important, I'll wager.
Entertainment.
And here we go. Here comes the much-touted big bad. The Tormentor. A very strange-looking thing, because we kind of haven't seen anything like it before. It looks like a creature that's had its brain removed, and then this rectangular transmitter inserted into its neck. Very cool-looking, very strange-looking, and quite scary. And then it does something really weird. That looks like a purpley kind of strand, doesn't it? Look at it. Look, it's sucking him in, like that, like no one's business, and it sucks him in there. And the chest lights up with him as well. And then is it just to attack us? Or is it pulling something out of us? But either way, it hurts. Because that poor hunter is pelted down to the ground. But what's interesting is, we've got the falling animation of the hunter. And we changes the background like it's happening in different locations. It's obviously of some significance, the fall there. Could it be that this is the moment where Strand pops out? So we're falling through to a different background, and that's definitely Calus's ship, look, so that's kind of Neomuna, and then that's Calus's ship, and then as we fall, we go to a side shot here, and that's Neomuna, and then that's Calus's ship, so it looks like is it though? Could be Cosmodrome, 3, 2, counting down levels, isn't it? Yeah. But then what happens is we get a point of view of the Guardian, and then, bajoom, we are Spider-Manning through the city. So is it that point where we actually get our strand? Who knows? But we go swinging through, and that is totally excellent. Let's watch all of that at normal speed, because I loved it. Let's see him coming in again, and because it's cool, isn't it?
Night's entertainment.
That's entertainment. And purple strand. That is cool. I can't wait to have a go with that. I hope it's more explory than I think it's going to be. I don't think we're going to have free reign in the sense of a GTA kind of free reign. But I think we'll have good free reign around the patrol areas. I might be completely wrong. Who knows? Anyway, here we go. We are vexing it around the place here. Kind of reminds me of Season of the Splicer and the Expunge and the Override missions, definitely. And we're breaking our way into a Vex mind or a Vex portal of some description. So this Vex are vastly important. That hunter's about to either do a big one or make a large explosion. I was right. Oh, cool! I love this! Look, they've got an arcade on Neo Luna. Look at that, that's great. Trouble is, we can't see any games that wouldn't it be great if they stuck a little Easter egg in there of maybe an older game or something like that they all used to love and play, or maybe one of their older games, who knows. But what else can we see here? We can see a Guardian. Actually, Strand is out now, by the way. This is what this is all about. Strand is out, and badoosh, look at that. It's like an arrow on a string inserting into that Vex and totally destroying it, yes. And, ooh, the Guardian looks like... Oh, no, he's still there. That's cool. That's excellent. Right. So we've got a gun flashing here. Now, that is our Quicksilver Storm, I think. So we know that. A nice closer look at the armor as well, which is nice. I do like the helmets on this, and I like the shoulder pads, of course. Let's keep on going through slowly. This, now then, is the wizard. The Warlock's strand powers. And they're called Brood Weavers. And when you say brood, it kind of throws back to me to the David Cronenberg kind of films, The Brood, or some kind of insectile sort of, or amphibious creatures. Well, anyway, look, it does look like, well, they look like shrimps almost, don't they? Look, see them? Shrimps with like a... not tentacles, what do you call them? Antennae blinking at them, and they're attacking those war beasts like no one's business. Okay, we've got a door being smashed down by what looks like... Is that a tank? Yes, we've got a tank again. Excellent stuff. It's got a big griffin or dragon on the back of it as well, which is a Neo Luna symbol. Interesting. There we go. And then we can see the Titan piling through, which is very cool. What are they called? So I'm just popping here to the Destiny website, and you must come and have a little look at this, right? Because what's really cool is that we've got the Warlock Brood Weaver there. Brood Weavers effortlessly manipulate the weave. It's called the Weave. Using only their mind from the back line, these telekinetic sorcerers can even twist Strand into sentient creatures to do their bidding. So the Weave is their subspace. But anyway, I just want to show you this, because the more you scroll down the screen, look, that shaft of focus goes to the center, and then we've got the hunters, the thread runners, master of movement, speed, and grace. The city is a thread runner's playground as they grasp threads and weave new ones to dart through the air, finding the fastest way between 2 points. That's cool. And what was the Warlock? Not the Warlock, the Titan. Berserker. Untamed and wild. Berserkers tear at Strand to manifest claws they use to sever their targets from the weave. Leaping into harm's way with wild abandon, the line no one crosses is drawn by a berserker. So, that's really interesting. So the weave is like I kind of said, really, some kind of subspace, and we can manipulate it with Strand. And cutting things from weave means cutting them away, maybe from reality, from everything, from our entire universe. And they just fall into the void. Is that what we need to do to the Witness to win? Is that what we need to do to Xivu Arath to win? Because we can't fight Xivu Arath, because the harder we fight, the stronger she gets. So maybe we just need to change the game and cut her out of the fabric of the weave altogether. Ooh, spitballing here. Anyway, let's carry on. There's the Berserker about to smash someone's face in, and the Warlock tripping over because he's got a blindfold over his eyes. And there's a Tormentor about to get a massive kick in. Here we go. Nice. That is great. Kick in for the Tormentor. We're all piling in a wonderful hero shot there, which is excellent. We're all there having fun and administering strange kick-ins. And then final shot, which I do like. We've got a graphic match between Calus's face and his face at the front of the ship with a bucket on his head, where he appears to be some kind of dog guarding. He's got a huge kennel, and you probably can't avoid the fact that the ship he's got is basically modelled on the almighty It looks actually like an old Cylon battle cruiser from a certain angle as well, from the first Battlestar Galactica program. And I do actually think that there's an awful amount of influences from 80s television series here. Well, you can look at it there. And even just the logo itself as well, when the Lightfall logo comes on. Look at that, with a shoom coming through it, which is excellent. Very reminiscent of either Battlestar Galactica or Airwolf, even, because I just thought, oh yeah, it looks a lot like Airwolf. Well, what an excellent trailer. Really cool, loads of stuff in it, and I just really enjoyed talking you through it and jabbering on. Let me know what you think all the stuff in that trailer means, if you agree with some of my theories about Weave and how that's going to be one of the most important ways that we can beat, not Savathun, what's it called? The Witness. Yes, not the Disciple, the Witness, yes. So it could be very, very interesting, or at least Xivu Arath. Anyway, let me know all your theories in the comments. Thank you so much for watching, and I shall speak to you all again very soon. Sausage?